He said he'd been playing good, but he just, for varsity, been running and stuff a lot. Casey, deck 13.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live here from Alex Box Stadium, Junior.
Junior, that's right.
We're from Johnny Yambo Park at East Ascension, where the Spartans are going to be taking on the Dutchtown Griffins tonight. I'm Ralph Delat, and joining me tonight is Chet Boudreau. Chet came in clutch the last few games for us. He's undefeated right now. Every time he stepped in and filled in for me or Scott Creel, the Spartans got a victory out of it. So I'm glad to have him here tonight and for this game right here.
The Spartan family to Johnny Yambo Park tonight, in the family of Stephen Richardson. Stephen Hillary Hoss Richardson was born to Steve and Robin Richardson on May 19, 1984. He was the fourth child of six and the first son. Because his father was a cowboy at heart, a good friend gave little Stephen his first pair of cowboy boots, giving him his nickname, Hoss. His first bat and ball came in his first Easter basket, and the swinging began. His nickname stuck, but the cowboy boots were quickly replaced with cleats. When his 9th birthday rolled around, his dad registered him for parish ball, and he never stopped playing ball. If there was anything going on that had to do with baseball, he was there. He tried out for the first freshman team at EA after recovering from a serious bike accident and made the team. He was unable to continue his sophomore year, but was back for his junior and senior years. He was so proud to be a part of the Class 5A championship team in 2003. As he pursued college, his dream was put on the back burner, but he continued playing for a men's league in Baton Rouge. His dream was always to return to baseball. Whether to play or coach, it didn't matter. Baseball was in his blood. As much as Stephen was a committed player, he was also an enthusiastic fan. Stephen died in an automobile accident when a towed vehicle came loose and crossed the median of the interstate on May 20th, 2004. He and friends were returning from the Class 4A championship game in which Dutchtown High School won. You won't find his batting average anywhere, nor how fast he could throw down to second, and he didn't break any records. He was a soul that was with us for a while and was able to use the gifts God gave him doing what he loved most, playing baseball. Some of his favorites were his family, Midnight Baseball, the number 5, his girlfriend, the Houston Astros, the color orange, baseball, Whose Line Is It Anyway, Three Doors Down, James Bond, good friends, good food, a good laugh, and don't forget baseball. He touched many lives, and through this game, may he continue to touch many more. As Stephen said while knocking knuckles, let's get it on. To throw out the first pitch tonight, we have Wendell, the son of Stephen's sister Samantha. Wendell, it's all yours. That's a strike. Thank you, Wendell, and the entire Richardson family.
So you just got to witness first ball being thrown out for Stephen Richardson, who was an ex-player of East Ascension here. Tragically was taken as he was leaving the championship game when Dutchtown won their first and only state championship in baseball. He was there as a fan, and coming home, it was tragic accident, and so every year we honor Stephen and on the games that we play Dutchtown. So
Yeah, that's a good tradition. I'm glad they're still doing it, you know, keeping that alive. They do a good job of doing that.
And it used to be a whole tournament.
Yes.
And
yes.
because they shortened the season,
yes, it was.
We had to eliminate a tournament, and unfortunately that was one that was eliminated. However, this is the new norm. It's going to be just at the game here between the Spartans and the Griffins. But you're laughing because I said Alex Box. So everybody who asks about East Ascension, I always tell them, you know what Alex Box Stadium looks like? And they're like, yeah. I said, okay, picture in high school. We're the Alex Box Stadium of high school.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know, so
yeah, definitely one of the biggest fields around.
Yeah.
Now your EA Spartans leading off in center field, number 3, Peyton Morrow. Batting seconds, at catcher, number 17, Hudson Browning. Batting third in right field, number 7, Ethan Dill. Batting fourth, the DH, number 32, Carson Lacombe. He's hitting for the second baseman, number 8, Avery Gotro. Batting fifth, the shortstop, number 2, Lucas Cook. Batting sixth in left field, number 9, Camden Snowden. Batting seventh, the pitcher, number 1, Dylan Howard. Batting eighth, the first baseman, number 11, Ethan Blanchard. Batting ninth, the third baseman, number 18, Cole Simpson. Spartans are coached by head coach Alex Nervion and assistants Corey Smith, Scott Gotro, and Landon Lalonde. This time we would like to ask you to please stand and remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
All righty, Chester. So Griffins are coming here tonight, and with a 21-9 record, 7-2 in district, and ranked number 4 in the state.
Yeah, they got a lot better team this year. It's more of a consistent team. Nothing too flashy or anything, but they've been doing what it takes to win.
And look, last night we played them there at their park, and we didn't get a hit. So
yeah.
they were pretty spot on last night. So
usually don't win if you don't hit.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean,
you ever seen?
That's the thing. You got to hit the score.
I mean,
right?
they held them to 3 runs. That's pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. The Spartans on the flip flop side, they're 9-19 and 1-8 in district, and unfortunately, I mean, it's just it hadn't been a great year, and I don't. Playoffs are out the picture, so we're going to play the last couple games, and this is a phenomenal group of young men, and you hate to see that the season went on like it did for them because they were in so many games.
Yeah.
They were so close so many times, and they never could get over that hump this year. But phenomenal young men out here on this field, and
yeah, they've never stopped, man. I mean, you always worry about what happens when the team gets down or they get on a losing streak, or how they gonna bounce back, or how they even in that particular game, how they gonna try to turn it around. Well, they've had several this year where they stayed in and kept their heads, and they've actually was able to come back and win.
Pull them out, like against Live Oak. You and I called, big 7-inning, come from behind and win it, and they have the ability to do it.
In the last few games that Powers pitched, he's looked really good.
Powers,
let's see if he can keep them to a couple runs again and see if we can get some in.
Yep. So digging in for Dutchtown right now is Eli Freeman is going to be their leadoff batter, and like Chet just said, Dylan Powers on the bump. First pitch is going to be a strike, and Dylan is that bulldog, man. He's talking with the Coach Gotro about his pitching staff and all this, and he's really high on everything that Dylan's done, and and I've talked to other people that's been around the program, hell, even our kids, and they even said Dylan Powers is the most improved player on this whole team, from where he started to where he's at now.
Right.
So he's ahead in the count right now. He's got 1 ball, 2 strikes on him.
Yeah, he's not one, and we talked about he's not one of them kids that's going to overpower him.
No.
He stays around the strike zone. He controls his off-speed pitch as well.
Yep.
And,
Little ground ball to shortstop, and Cook's going to throw it across to Blanchard, and that's going to be the first out of the game. He lives in the strike zone. He's got a lot of movement on his balls.
and he gets a lot of that right there, the little weak ground balls and pop-ups.
Yep.
So the defense plays behind him. He can usually keep them in it at least.
That's a fact. So number 22, that's Dawson LeBlanc for the Griffins. First pitch is going to miss low and outside. Yeah, I like his mentality. Just watching him, he's a competitor.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you can tell the kids that love being in that fight like that on the mound.
yeah.
And
They like the pressure.
Yep.
Pressure situation. That's the kind of kid that, you got to rally behind as a defense and play hard behind. Because he's going to give you everything he's got on every pitch.
Yep, no doubt.
So 2 balls, 1 strike on Dawson LeBlanc.
Good pitch.
That's a beautiful pitch right there. Going to even it up at 2s right there, 2-2.
See, that's one of them pitches there, right? It starts at the batter's elbow
Yeah.
as a lefty. And, I mean, by the time he realizes it's going to be a stretch too late.
Yeah, it's already by him. That ball's going to be fouled off there. If you're joining in at home, we appreciate you tuning in. Look, there is a glare right now. Give it a little time. That sun's going to set, and picture's going to clear up tremendously. So,
Oh, I don't guess they can check there, right? Look like
I
don't keep it way. You can't really check that.
No.
I mean, there's nobody at third.
there's nobody at third to see that. So,
But it was close. But he probably held up.
Gary Seville is umpiring down at first tonight, and he's not in a spot to be able to call that. So, so LeBlanc's going to drop one in to right field for a base hit there.
Yeah, that's one of them 3-2 counts he's got to throw. I like that,
Yeah,
though. I mean, make him hit it. He's
That's
going
right.
to get the first anyway if you're walking. So,
Yep.
And he just got a little too much plate.
All right, Owen Cavalier, DH for the Griffins tonight.
His dad in the purple hat down there.
Yep. So we got some history with some of these Dutchtown players.
Yeah, I coached Owen on All-Stars back in the City League with mine, and great kid, great family, Jeremy and Tanya. We coached their older son.
I used to cut the hair, too,
Oh, okay.
when I had the barbershop. I would actually.
Yeah, good kids, man.
Very
Great
good
family.
kids, yes.
I'm glad to see Owen being able to play, man. I just told his dad that he was a walking time bomb there for a while.
And he's going to lift that one out to center field, and
What a play.
that is going to be caught over the shoulder of Peyton Morrow running back towards the fence, and that's going to hold the runner at first. So there's 2 down now in the first inning.
That ball was ripped off.
He
That was a
did.
real
He-
good
he
play
hit
by
it.
Morrow to
Yeah.
get to it. I didn't know if he would, and he just kept carrying. And
So 31, Brooks Bumstead. I'm sorry. Not
Bumstead, yeah.
Bumstead. I don't have my glasses. I left them at home today. I struggled at work all day without them. Little weak ground ball to Cook, and he bobbles it, and whoo.
he
So,
just kind of took his
yeah.
eye off of it. He couldn't tell if he wanted to hurry up and flip to second or go to first. But, you got to catch it before you can do either. So,
Well, in that situation, you got to know there's 2 outs. All right. So weak ground ball. Let's just make the play. I'm going first all day to that one, just because it was such a slow roller getting to him. Runner's already there at second. Cade DeLone up to bat now.
yeah, this is
Just missed outside
one of
on
their
that one.
better hitters, too. So, this
Yeah.
is a tough spot to get out of here. Another kid. Parents we know well, Jeff
Yep.
and Macy. And I think he's going to follow in Dad's footsteps and go to Delgado
Okay.
like his brother
His
did,
brother,
too, I
yeah.
believe.
Yep, his brother was there. He lays down a bunt going to first. Little confusion there by the Spartans. It is fielded by Blanchard, but no play is made. So now the bases are juiced for the Griffins with 2 away. And they're threatening to score here in the first.
Yeah, that's surprising right there with 2 outs. You know, he's a pretty good hitter. He's, you know, like an older senior. You know, you would think he'd be swinging away, but they saw something they liked.
Yeah, they saw something set up with the defense where they could sneak it in, and they did. It's going to set up a force at every base here, and first pitch is going to be down and low for a ball. Seth Davis is batting for the Griffins.
Yeah, that bunt was just in no man's land. It's so hard because you tell your first baseman to stay back.
And Cook is going to catch that one and get the out at second base, so no run is going to score there.
What a play. That was tough. That was bang, bang right there. He had to backhand and hurry up and throw to second. Good thing Gotro was there because it was bang, bang. That was big to get out of that one. But, yeah, going back to that play at first, it was in between. So they want the first baseman to stay there to make the play in the pit. But when it's hit that hard past the pitcher, then they have to know that they have to field it and the pitcher has to come and get it.
Yeah,
you know?
Blanchard had plenty enough time to step up, scoop the ball, and maybe make a tag on him, you know. I don't know that Powers was going to get there to play defense on it.
It was just bunting such a good spot, you know, and it had a lot of pace on it too. So
DeLone did a great job right there with that bunt. So,
but got out of a bases loaded jam with no run. So let's see how I don't know who's pitching here, Ralph. Like Taylor.
Taylor Tunnard.
All right.
I guess.
Yeah, that's what
Tunnard.
it looks like.
Yeah. You know.
I used to know a lot of the kids, you know, pitching and stuff, but I don't. Like I said, I know a few of the kids left on the team, but not enough for the pitchers to really know what they got and who's the ones they turn to, you know.
Yeah, I don't. You know, we know a good bit of them, but then they grew up playing with ours, and we were able to coach a few of them, and then. But you know, it's still a group that it's kind of like the New Prairieville School. There's so many people that moved into that area because it is still a growing area. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people still moving in. So there are names there that we're not familiar with.
I can hear it outside Mike today, Ralph.
Yeah.
Number 3,
Yeah.
Morrow.
Yeah. Coach Brownfield's got us juiced up a little bit outside. Peyton Morrow going to lead things off for the Spartans here. Center fielder made a beautiful catch earlier. I think Brownfield's just a little excited. You know, it was his birthday yesterday. We just found out. Happy birthday, Coach.
Yep.
Peyton Morrow's going to hit one to left and.
Yeah, it fell up. It fell in
Did
front
it fall?
of him. Yep.
I'm looking directly in the sun, so base hit there.
Yeah, just landed in front of him for a single. Good job. First pitch swinging.
I like it.
Yep.
I like it. Show some aggressiveness. I love it. Stepping in now is number 17, the catcher, Hudson Browning.
At the plate, catcher, number 17, Hudson Browning.
Pitch is going to be outside, ball 1.
Yeah, the last game I was here with Scott when I filled in for you. It was a little cloudy, so it was kind of the first one that I had where it kind of blocked it a little bit. Because, man, when it's coming in here, it's coming in.
It's brutal.
Hot.
That sun is brutal.
It makes it about 15 degrees hotter in here, and you can't see.
Well, and it's such a beautiful day. I wish these windows could open on a day like today.
Mm-hmm. That one missed, too. I thought he was going to call on a strike.
That was, he called that one down and low, too, so. There you go. He's going to check on that one.
That one he probably went on, but now he's out of position. Now he's standing behind the pitcher, and you can't really see it. You know,
Yeah.
he probably did go, but it's 3-0. I'm sure they're giving him the green light. Nah, not even
So
close.
now 4 straight balls down low. You know, that's a sign of respect for Hudson Browning because he is the best bat on this team. And we're going to see a runner coming in. That's going to be Blackburn coming in to run for him.
At the plate, right fielder, number 7, Ethan Dill.
Let's see what they do. They've been almost 85% of the time in this situation, they've been bunting probably.
So Dill's swinging a hot stick as well, but and you got 2 of the fastest guys on the team at second and third with Morrow and Blackburn, and Dill showing bunt already. He pulls back, and that's going to be a strike 1.
Yeah, I don't know if that was just to mess with the pitcher because that was right down the middle.
Yeah, he threw a fat one right there. So
I mean, that's what you do. You see a batter bunt, throw it right at him. Yeah, just a little decoy.
So, question for you. I'm looking down here at these Dutchtown dads, and you see quite a few of them with these trucker-style headsets on. Or are they listening to us, or are they, or is that some new trend and fad in the Dutchtown area?
Oh, man, I was messing with them earlier. That's the Dutchtown TV radio show,
Yeah.
I guess, you know, like us. That's
Yeah.
a couple guys we know, a couple good guys over there. Chance Fodno, Jeff DeLone, Dirk Decato usually helps them too. So
Man, Dill's
get
gonna.
back.
Oh, he's gonna line one right. Oh my goodness gracious!
oh, he was sleeping.
All right, so let's recap what just happened. So Dill hits a line drive to the second baseman, and catches Morrow on a pretty big lead at second to double him up, and Blackburn does not get back to first base, so they run a triple play there and get out of that inning.
Oh, 4-6-3 triple play.
Yep. So, hey, you know, it's baseball.
Yeah, man, that's snake bit right there.
Yeah.
I think he thought maybe they had an out already because it's almost like Blackburn
it's-
didn't even try to get back
No,
to
it's
first
like
base.
he kind of give up on it, and I don't know.
And they just threw it behind him. I mean, he was
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's one of them things you can't you can't even describe. I guess.
Yeah, I
don't
mean,
know.
they end up letting Dill swing. He hits it pretty hard, but right at the second baseman, you know, and you teach them as soon as they start playing kids pitch, or even coaches pitch. You like if the ball ain't on the ground, you freeze for a second, you know. And
Yep.
I don't know if Morrow was stealing or if he just, like you said, had a big
No,
lead.
I
And
think he just got off
it
big.
was just such a hard hit ball. He didn't have time,
Yeah.
you know. Just bad luck.
Lady Spartans will be hosting the Lady Griffins Thursday. at Lady
Yeah, I don't
Spartans
know
Theater.
that. Like I said, I don't think he was doing anything. He was just in such a big lead on the secondary, and by the time he caught it and to get back, he was a tad bit late, and
Yep.
they got him. So,
I mean, that's how you want it then in the start. 2 on, no outs, and 3-hole hitter up, and just worst case scenario there.
well, and we've come to expect to see stuff like that throughout this season.
Yeah,
You know, we're like the
it's been a lot of first times,
it's been like the
Lot of-
cardiac kids right here. You know.
a lot of stuff you don't normally see.
Powers is going to pound the strike zone again, and that's Cole Bowling, and he swings right through that one, so it's strike 1 on him.
Yeah, that's the second baseman that just started the triple play.
That pitch is going to be a little outside, so 1-1 on Bowling there.
I did the senior night game last week,
Yeah.
Ralph, you know, and man, they had so much water out here. It rained so hard
Oh,
here in
yeah.
Gonzales. I didn't
Yeah.
even realize till I got here.
Yep.
Oh, they had a bunch of the brothers and sisters and the kids at a big puddle right here in front of visitors' bleachers that don't drain right away.
Yeah.
And they were having a blast.
So we're going to get a drop third strike and throw bowling out running down the first for the first out of the inning. This is Cooper Pickett,
At the plate, the catcher, number
the
12.
catcher, stepping in here.
Our boy Chico was wet from his ears to
Oh,
his toes.
I bet Chico enjoyed that.
He finally just took his shoes off and cut him loose. I guess that was high. He never said nothing.
Yeah,
Didn't look bad from here.
that's a strike there. He swings and misses on the outside pitch, so bring count to 1-1. The Powers is wasting no time. He is just.
And like that
How
pitch
do you
right
miss
there,
that?
it's not missing by much.
No. Again, I'm not a fan of how the umpires set up. See,
Yeah,
it's always
yeah.
they set up to the inside of the batter. If he's over the top, he may get that last
Right.
one as a strike.
Yeah.
I just think by his position, he's missing that outside corner.
Yeah, I don't understand why some. I guess because like this guy here, he's a little shorter, and Hudson's kind of a tall or a bigger kid. But
Yeah.
I mean, you still should be able to get in a position.
Yeah,
To where
no
you
doubt.
can see the whole plate.
Well, and that's how they all do it now. It kind of
Yeah.
evolved. Remember back in the day when they held the big pad?
Yeah, and they'd squat
and they
right.
get right behind the catcher. And now they don't have but thin pads on. It's like they try to protect themselves as much as possible. So
Yep. Good pitch.
that was a good pitch.
Got him swinging.
Fouled off right into Hudson Browning's mid there. So that's going to be 2 outs there. And the shortstop, Maddox
Estolette.
Estelet.
That's what it looks like. Good pitch. Yeah, he ain't calling it. Man, that's.
He ain't going to give him that outside corner.
I mean, it's off, but I mean, it's off by an inch.
And ground ball to second base, and Gotro bobbles it, but got time, and he throws it away. Browning's going to throw it down to second base there, and Estelet is safe at second base off of the error.
That same thing Cook did in the first, just kind of
Yep.
took his eyes off of it before it was in the glove. Because
Yep.
Avery's usually a pretty
And-
solid defender.
Well, Gotro is one of the most solid gloves on his team, and he always has been. I mean, the young man is just very good with that. But again, not a hard hit ball.
Nope.
And it's like those, if you got too much time to think about it, it's going to eat you alive. And then that's what we've seen so far
Yeah.
on 2 of them.
That's right.
So,
Back to the top here.
yep. Freeman, Eli Freeman, that was strike 1 on him with 2 away. Got a runner at second base. And he's going to show bunt and get it down.
That's twice.
And,
That's twice with 2 outs they've ever been able to pull that
yeah.
off.
And beautiful bunt and not handled well by Powers.
Well, here's the problem, and Coach Shake Snyder knows what he's doing, man, but he's been doing this a long time. You got a left-handed pitcher, so he's falling off the mound towards third
Yeah,
base.
the opposite
so
way.
if you can push it to right,
That's
and
right.
they're intentionally, you can see them, they like pushing
Yeah,
at it
yeah.
to get it down, and it's working,
Yeah, absolutely.
Until we make some kind of adjustment, it's just, they got 3 hits, and it's 2 of them on that. And this is the kid that singled last time to
Yes.
right.
Runner's going down to 2. No throw going to be made there with the runner at third. So Dawson LeBlanc batting for the Griffins now with 2 away and runners at second and third.
And there you go, just like that, you're in a little bit of trouble here. And 1 error. They got a little mini shift going on here.
Yeah.
Shortstop Cook playing right behind second base.
And that pitch is going to be down low for ball 2.
Yeah, those were both really good pitches. He's a real disciplined batter. He's not swinging,
Yeah.
not going out.
I mean, it is definitely. And look, if that's a 3-2 count, you may be chasing that ball.
Yeah. So 3-0 on him. I doubt he gives him anything good here after
No.
how hard he hit that last one in the first inning.
No, we really and it's crazy because Cavaliers up next, and he can really hit the ball. And but you almost got to go ahead and let's just put him on first.
I mean, that couldn't have missed by much.
No, I can't imagine it did.
I wish we had that center field
Yeah.
view camera we were talking
Yeah.
about getting back.
Yeah. Oh, it was great when we had it when it worked.
Yeah.
Now batting the DH, number 4.
Because it came in, it was right over the 400 mark. You see the 400 mark
Yeah.
by the EA logo? It was right there in the corner, so it was a perfect shot of the box.
Gotcha. Oh, Cavaliers batting now.
so-
He's hit that missile,
Yep.
that seed in the first inning, man, that Morrow was able to get to.
There we go. Now we got that outside pitch for a strike. So, look, I don't mind him hitting another one out there to Morrow as long as Morrow can run it down.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, Owen's always been a good little hitter. He's scrappy.
And look, there's not many that Morrow can't track down out there.
No,
The
a
young
lot of
man's
speed.
got some wheels.
They don't lose much when Powers isn't out there. If it's Morrow or Powers,
No.
they both can.
They can both go.
Guess that one was down on 1-1.
Yep. He's going to get that one, too, now. Look at this. Now, he done changed his whole strike
Yeah,
zone.
I mean,
I'm glad.
I'm throwing it there again.
Yeah, I'm glad. So,
Neither one of them were a strike.
no.
Compared to the ones he missed.
Yeah, I know. The ones he didn't call, yeah. Yeah.
But Owen ain't going to let it happen again. I guarantee he scoots up on the plate. And
That's 1 ball, 2 strikes on Cavalier here. Powers is going to wind and deliver, and he's going to pop this one up to the right fielder. Deals underneath and makes the catch to end the inning, in the half of the inning. So
just got under that one. We'll take it.
give up no runs. They were threatening again the second inning in a row, and Spartans hung in there strong.
Get to the bottom of the second, scoreless.
So we didn't get to see a lot, but, you know, with the debacle that happened to us a while ago, but we wasn't doing nothing wrong. Like, our approach at the plate has been
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
We've been aggressive.
Yeah, I mean, how many times you get to
you
your
know.
3-hole batter with no outs?
Yeah.
And that's all that bats is
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah. So let's hoping the Spartans can keep it going.
Our buddy Chico showed up.
Yeah.
Ready for action.
And those of you at home watching and don't know when we're talking about Chico, so Hudson Browning's, it's his nephew, and he was born when Chet and I boys were playing here. They would bring him to the ballpark, and for the life of me, I couldn't ever think his name. They told me his name, and I don't know. So they asked me, I was holding him one day, and Dax, that's right. And they asked me who he was, and I said, it's Chico, and it just stuck,
Yeah.
you know. He's an awesome little kid. So Carson Lacombe stepping in for the Spartans lead off the second here, and first pitch is going to be a called strike. Lacombe's going to hit this one out to left.
That's got
Left fielder's
trouble.
on his wheels,
Oh, it's
and
in.
it is in. That's a base hit there, and he's going to turn it into a double right here. Nice. Carson Lacombe going to lead off the second inning with a double.
God, could have used that last inning.
Yeah, yeah, no joke.
Man, he hit a nuke the other day, Rob.
He can swing it, man. I mean,
It
he
was
can
over
swing it.
right at the scoreboard Thursday against who was that? I don't remember who they were playing.
Shortstop's going to step in. This is Lucas Cook for the Spartans as a family Christian.
No, that was the Tuesday one.
Oh, okay.
I was out of town for that one.
Cook is going to show bunt here and pull back and take a strike.
That was Riverside, I believe.
Riverside. Yeah, they played
Yeah.
Riverside, and then they played.
Which is shocking because Riverside's got 2 D1
Yeah,
pitchers.
yeah, no doubt.
Real good pitchers.
doubt.
So that was a good win.
Ooh,
A little high, I guess.
I don't know, but I'll take it.
I mean, for a curve, I mean, it's probably the right call, but normally they don't care. Wherever it's caught, they can't
Yeah,
call it, you know.
I mean,
but
it from up here, I don't know.
supposed supposed to be where it crosses the plate, but they seldomly do that.
Yeah, Cook showing bunt again. He's going to pull back, so it's going to be 2 balls, 1 strike on the shortstop for the Spartans.
Like we're trying to sneak one in there, but
Yeah.
they're not doing it every pitch. They're trying to catch them off guard, but the infield didn't move, so I don't know. We can get one down that first base line. It'd be nice for a hit. They got 2 of them.
Yeah. Showing bunt again, and he's going to foul this one off.
Yeah, he just missed it and hit the bottom of the bat. And
2 balls, 2 strikes on the shortstop, Cook.
let's see. I've seen Coach Grimmie a couple times this year with 2 strikes give the batter if he trusts him.
Well, yeah,
bunt sign
and-
still,
and-
and they've got it down.
And he just give him a look, and I could be totally wrong, but watching his hand signals, it was hey, stay in there. You know, he put his hands down, stay in there. But he was going to swing on that one. So that was ball high. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Probably not seeing the bunt now. So back to Chico.
Chico done stole somebody else's drink.
Yeah, probably so.
Took off running.
So Chico, I gave him his first sucker. Remember that?
Yep. Oh, God, he was in heaven.
Oh, my goodness. So Cook's going to hit a ground ball to second baseman, and then the only play there is at first to get Cook running there. Lacombe is going to move down to third, so 1 away.
All right, good as a bunt.
Yeah, I mean, it's really same thing. So,
Yeah, my wife asked him, why y'all call him Chico? I was like, well, he came out of the womb with the darkest tan you ever
oh,
seen.
yeah.
You know?
Chico was our
Like
buddy.
a little Latin man.
Yeah, and, man, my wife was so mad because I gave him a sucker. And he wasn't even, he was like a year old, maybe.
Not even. He was about 8 months, I believe. Like, it ain't my kid, so I ain't worried about it.
Yeah, he wasn't sleeping in my house that night, so.
And my eyes lit up. He
Yep.
spruced up. I think kind of ruined him. After
Yep.
that, he was ready to eat real stuff.
So Snowden's in batting now, and first pitch was a ball, and he's going to foul this one off. And, bro, isn't that sad? You got football players sitting right here in front of us, and that foul ball, they all jumped, all
Yeah,
3 of them.
with a net right there
Yeah.
in front of him.
Yeah,
And
that's our middle linebacker right there. You know, and he's going to jump.
And better toughen up.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, right down the middle. Oh, that was a 1.
He knew it too, man. He just dropped that head. He knew.
Yeah. All right, he got to buckle down now. He's down on the count 1 and 2. There you go.
Hey,
That bounced.
no sir, that bounced. What? He's going to let the kid call it?
That ball bounced. Maybe not. I think Coach Grimm just asked the field umpire if it he caught it clean, and he said, yeah, it looked like it.
Pitcher number 1, Dylan Howard.
I think he still wants to.
Well, he come up talking about his hand, so Coach Shake's going to walk out there and check him out. And
But, yeah, I mean, if his right hand's hurting, how did it not hit the ground?
well, that's what I'm thinking, unless he tried to catch it with his bare hand.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Got an argument, but, you know, if the field umpire told Grimmie he thought he caught it, then there's nothing you can do.
I couldn't. If I'm in Coach Grimm's shoes, I am not relying on what that field umpire is telling me. I've watched him call too many games.
Yeah, that is your boy.
I'm not going to rely on what he's got to say.
Get down. Uh-oh.
Fall, yes, sir. Oh,
God, dog it. What a play.
well, I tell you what. So, wow. So Dylan Powers comes up and lays down a bunt, well, pops up a bunt, and third baseman come charging in hard, and he just beat Powers out by half a step.
We're scoreless after 2.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, he popped it up, but it was in a great spot to be popped up. And DeLone just caught it cleanly and then threw a fastball to first and got him by half a step.
All right, let's All righty, ladies and gentlemen. I guess, like I said, I'm not too swift with all this technology stuff, but
Yeah, me neither, buddy.
First baseman number 31.
we're going to try to get y'all some commercials in here as we go. So, all right. Power's up on the bump still, and this is Brooks Bumstead.
Yeah, it should be 4-hole.
Yep.
First pitch strike. Good start.
Not a bad miss right there. So he's 1-1 count on Bumstead here. And big swing and a miss right there for Bumstead. So
That changeup's dirty.
yeah, he's filthy with it.
And that, to me, is still the best pitch in baseball if thrown right.
Power's going to rock and fire on a 1-2 count here. Ooh,
Good pitch.
that was a nice pitch.
Yep.
Just missed outside with it.
Definitely out. A great pitch with 2 strikes.
I would have chased it. I promise you I would have chased it.
That was more like a slurve. That thing started way out in the other batter's box and almost come and caught the plate.
Yeah. And he's going to foul this one off here to stay alive. So 2-2 the count on Bumstead here.
Almost got that sun out our eyes,
Yep,
Ralph. It'll
yep.
be easy work after that.
It's cooling down in here.
Oh,
That's going to be hit up the middle for a base hit.
yeah, he got a little bit more plate than I think he wanted on that one.
Yeah. So Cade DeLone going to step in here. Dangerous player here.
Batting third baseman number 8, Cade DeLong.
Good
pitch right down the middle, called strike 1.
My phone's over here blowing up. I tell you what, if you don't have Trash Rangers, and they're not a sponsor, they're not paying us to say this, but if you don't have Trash Rangers, you're crazy.
Yeah,
They text you.
that's who we got.
Man, I love it.
Yeah,
You know how many times we forgot to put out a trash?
Yeah.
And I swapped over to Trash Rangers, and it is just,
they text you and remind you.
oh, yeah, absolutely. Phenomenal.
Yep, we've been with them for a couple years
Great
now.
company. Jimmy Boyce and them, they do a great job. Glenn Elrod's over there now.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
yes.
I was thinking about him the other day, wondering what he was doing.
Yep, he's handling their the porta potties and stuff like that for them, the bathrooms and hand washing stations. So they built them a pretty good team over there. So all right, Power's going to get that outside call for a strike. So it's going to be 2-2 on DeLone here.
Yeah, that wasn't much different than the pitch
No.
before, but it's a good spot. See if we can get a double playground ball here. Hard kid to get out. And I don't know if you saw, I think it was the second pitch. I wanted to say DeLone kind of turned, almost kind of leaned into it. I thought I heard a double tap, like
Yeah,
it
yeah.
did hit it, but they didn't call it, so they all wear them protective guards now, so they try to get hit,
Yep. Swinging
ball.
bunt here, and he's going to be safe. Wow.
DeLone's going to be 2 for 2 with 2
2 bunts.
bunts to the first baseman. At least that one was on a swing, but
Yeah.
we got to
So-
figure out how to fix that, Ralph, because
Well,
that's 3 hits that are 5 now because we can't get to it and make the right decision.
yeah, and I mean, at some point, I mean, we got to go back to basics, right? On a bunt, which that is not a traditional bunt, okay? That was a swinging bunt.
Right.
But we got to make sure second baseman got to get to first base, especially with a guy on, even with a
he's
guy on
got to
first.
be as soon as you see square, he's
Yeah.
got to be
Yeah,
hauling.
I mean, with a guy on first, shortstop's going to handle the second,
Yeah.
okay? So let's cover everybody up where we're supposed to be.
Because if he gets there, then I think Blanchard feels a little more comfortable and has a little more time.
Make a little toss and
Ain't even got to use a glove,
Yeah.
Because a lot of times they'll teach, we always taught them that if not hit hard, you pick it up with your bare hand, and you ain't got to worry about that transfer. It takes more time. They got first base in here. I guess
Yeah,
they're
well,
thinking he's going to bunt.
And they did the little move.
Oh, yeah, to check to
Yeah,
see.
to
the
check
little,
to see.
The little fake pick to second.
Yeah.
Our favorite play.
I call it the Cade Cowan move,
Yeah.
right?
Our favorite
know,
play.
Where you're gonna fake the pitch. You're gonna go in to second base, spin and do a fake to second
Right.
to see if he puts the bunt out.
He's showing early. Oh, that was a balk. Oh. They caught it.
All right. Well.
Yeah, it's almost like he wanted to go to second,
Yeah.
but it was too late.
Yep.
Because he had started to go towards home and flinched, and it
Here
don't
comes
matter.
Coach Gotro. He's on a mission. He's already taken his hat off.
Well, his infield's not helping him, you know, and then
No.
you balk right there. But I mean, you can't. Mistakes are going to happen there.
Absolutely.
But, you would think about a third try on a bunt or a swinging bunt, we'd kind of figure out what we need to do, but.
Yeah.
That's just crazy. We got 2 hits. They have 5, but 3 of them were that bunt
Bunts.
to first or
Yeah.
swinging bunt
Yeah.
to first. But a hit's a hit, and
I mean, it goes down as a hit, and
that's kind of how the whole season's been, though. That's what we say. Like,
that's right.
everything weird that can happen has been happening to them, and everything that, man, I ain't never seen that, or
Right.
it's been a long time since I seen that.
Right.
That's what's been happening to them, and this is just another example.
Now the Griffins, they got runners at second and third now after the balk. Nobody out. That's the thing that scares me right now.
Yeah, it looks like this is left fielder Seth Davis, and he did square the bunt, so there's 1 strike on him, and then the balk. So we'll see if they still bunt. I mean, I guess you keep doing it till they stop, huh?
Well,
Till they field it.
I mean, I was never no coach that set the world on fire, but I love the bunt, right? And I remember you used to say all the time, especially like in fall ball, Ralphie, it's fall, why you bunting, right?
Yeah.
Because we're trying to perfect the game, right? We're trying to perfect what we're going to do for the springtime. That's what I always took fall as. So I didn't care if you win or you lose a fall baseball game. It was about let's work on the things that we need to work on to get better for the spring. And, I used to make people mad all the time because I bunted so much, But I love it. It's a huge part of the game that you don't see a lot of anymore.
Because everything's.
And this ball is going to fall in the center field, and they're going to be coming home, and we're going to cut it. Blanchard's going to cut it off, and
he'll advance. Cook will advance to second on the throw. Or Davis, I'm
Davis,
sorry.
yeah.
So we're right back in the same situation. It wasn't a hard hit ball, but, it was where it needed to be.
So I'm confused. Why was Power still in the way right there?
I think he just kind of had a brain fart. He got to get behind
the
catcher.
You got to get off the field.
Yeah, you got to get behind the catcher on that to back up, and I think he just kind of got lost in the play, and because once again the whole inning started with another play that should have been an out.
Yeah, Cole Bowling up the bat now for the Griffins, and first pitch is going to be up for a ball.
Yeah, when the kids were younger too, I always like using the bunt because the kids that didn't have a lot of confidence or were scared of the ball.
Yeah, you see the ball better and you get a little confidence that way.
It would help them a lot, help their confidence, and then they start playing better.
If it wasn't for the bunt, my kid would have had like a 0.00 batting average. You know what I'm saying?
he had the bunt down.
Oh, shoot.
Mine couldn't bunt for much because he never really had to until he got here, and then he got better at it by the end. But is it a
We're going to lay down another one and go on to one with it, and he's going to drop it. Oh, wow.
The throw took Gotro a little bit inside the line.
Brownie's trying to ask the home plate umpire
for interference.
a little interference there, but he's not going to get it.
Yeah, I think Powers played it as good as you can play it, and he just threw it. It went a little bit inside the bag. Yeah. But that's another play where, Gotro got to move his whole body to the inside, and then he can get away with it. But, it's just another one of them things that You know, should have been another out.
So bases juice now for the Griffins with nobody out.
Number 12.
And Cooper Pickett is batting now.
Yeah, we 8-hole in the lineup here with Cooper, so we need to
get
try to figure out how to get it out.
or at least one now, and maybe a double play out of this or something. Something's got to happen. We got to get at 3 before we get back to the top of the lineup.
Yeah, I would take a double play for the run here.
So he can't be missing by much.
Yeah, no, that one. I mean, that one's just got to be a little bit upstairs because you know, it's over the plate. Oh, now he's in trouble. Yeah, he missed on that one. 3-0.
Yep.
Nobody in the bullpen yet, but this is Browning's going out to kind of calm him down.
This is what you like to see, man. Yeah, senior leader on your team, walk out there and get some words of encouragement.
Yeah, Powers hasn't had to work this hard in his last few outings, so it's you know, we'll see how he handles it.
Untreaded ground right here for him, so see how he bounces out of this.
You know, and then you start getting plays like that where you can't get an out, and then you start overdoing it.
Yeah,
you know.
And he's going to walk him here, so that's going to bring in a run here and make it 2-0 Griffins.
He just needs to take a deep breath and compose himself. And oh, that was a catcher. They got a pinch runner.
Yeah, they brought a new runner in.
Number 11, Maddox Estelette.
I can't quite see who it is.
So Maddox Estelette stepping in the bat now. Yeah, I got to see his number. I can't. Is it 9? Hayden Becknell, maybe? Running at first.
I couldn't tell. It almost looked like a 3-2, like 13.
Yeah.
That'd be Casey Decato.
And that pitch is going to be fouled off. I think it should be a rule, unwritten rule, whatever. When you sub somebody in, they should have to stop midway, put it back to the press box, and then go.
Like 9-10 Dixie Youth.
Yeah,
they show him, oh, he's coming in.
Yeah, like
yeah, because, I mean, you can't see a lot of these uniforms. They'll wear light numbers, and you just can't see it, you know.
That ball's going to be fouled out of play. So, yeah, and I get it. They tell the umpires got to know, they got to chart it. But we would want to talk about who it is. You know, I want to give the young man props for it. But I really can't see the back of it. I was just guessing at 9. I don't know. I'm blind anyway. He's going to foul that one out of play as well. So.
Well, he went right after him with 3 straight pitches there, Ralph. 3 straight foul balls, I think, too.
Yeah, and I like it.
Yeah.
I mean, Powers is going to say, I'm going to give you my best stuff. Let's see what you got, bro.
Yeah, it's a big out here to try to, if you can limit them to 2 runs somehow. Good pitch. No,
man.
Gotta be
and
kidding.
that is going to fall on the line, and that's going to be a fair ball. 2 runs are going to score.
Oh, that's just unlucky.
Yep. Well, young man's going to move down to the one we couldn't figure out who he was. Going to move down to third now.
Yeah, kind of just off the end of the bat, kind of off the cap. It almost looked like, you know, and just stuck it out. I mean, it was a good pitch.
And Estelette, he slipped and fell at first, so that's why he's still there.
Yeah. Yeah, he could have got the second easily.
Yeah. So back to the top of the lineup for the Griffins. Eli Freeman, the center fielder, stepping in with runners on the corner and still nobody out.
I mean, that's what you want to see out of your batter, though. Just, you know, try to put it in play.
Oh, look, he battled, man.
He did. It was a great pitch, and he just kind of.
He put the bat on every pitch.
Yeah.
Powers through.
Yep. He stayed with it and got it to fall over Blanchard's head and scored 2.
Runners off and going, and no throws.
That's
going to be a call strike.
18 running over there for the catcher. That's Cooper Hutchinson.
That was 18. You saw him going back?
Yeah. That's the only way I can go.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. I knew he was going back. I was just making sure Hudson didn't throw the ball.
We got the infield in here. They can't afford to give up too many more.
Ooh, that was a shot foul there. So
Speaking of the pinch runner, Hutchinson, he almost lost his head there. He had to duck.
he smoked that one.
Yeah, you were talking about the bunting and stuff earlier. You don't see it much anymore, and that's
No.
that swing right there. Everything's exit velocity and launch angles and all that. Well, that had some exit velocity right there.
Yep.
It looks like number 14, Beck Gidry.
Yeah, Beck Gidry warming up.
Top of the third here, still no outs. 4 in.
2-2 count here. Power's going to rock and fire. And
That's a foul ball.
yep.
Yeah, it hit the bottom of the bat.
Hit the bottom. So,
Looked like
2-2.
He tried to maybe get hit by it, and it ended up hitting the bat, so it worked against him.
I don't know if he was trying to get hit by him, but, they're taught, just don't get out the way.
Just don't move, yeah.
Don't move. And if it hits you, it hits you.
Right.
And that's going to be right back to Powers. He's going to check the runner at third and get out at first. So,
Yep, good play. We should have been out the inning, but that's just
absolutely.
the first out right there. Little 1-3 put out and 2 holes up now. Who's
left fielder number 22, Dawson LeBlanc.
I think got to hit his first at bat and didn't walk last at bat, so they're still leaving the infield in though.
well, and that's a strike call there, but there's really no way of turning a double play here. So
No.
you got to keep them in and try to mow down the runner at home.
Yeah, you don't want to get too. They've already scored more runs than they scored last night on us.
Yeah.
So we just in the top of the third. Good pitch.
And that's going to be popped up, and Hudson Browning's back on it, and
Ran out of room.
yep.
Hit the top of the net.
I thought the umpire was going to run him over.
What?
What the heck was he doing?
The umpire was
Good
chasing
Lord.
him like he was trying to catch the ball. I was like, even if he'd have caught it, he'd have mugged him.
It looked like he was going to try to arrest him and handcuff him. He was on him so quick.
I don't think I've ever seen an umpire run that fast.
No.
It's right there, bro.
You know what's funny? They won't pick up a ball that's rolling around on the ground, but he's going to run him down like he's a criminal.
Yeah.
Unreal. That one's going to get into the dugout there.
That's a first for me.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
You could turn around and see if he catches it, and he wanted a bird's eye view, I guess.
So we need to get with Brownfield. We need to get some instant replays on this thing because I'd like to show that again. That was pretty comical.
Yeah, that was he was on it, man. Good pitch.
Good pitch right there and strikes him out.
Yes, sir. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. I think he had threw him nothing but off-speed stuff, so that kind of froze him a little, but he also thought it was out, but that was a great pitch. One more tough out to get here and see if we can, now the infield can back up and just get the one out. Try to get out of this and go see if we can.
Owen Cavaliers up to bat now, and the ball's going to be down low. Ball 1. So just got a text from the voice of the Griffins, Mr. Ted Babin. He just texted me, a good friend of mine, and it's going to be a call strike right there, 1-1. Said he twisted his ankle and hurt so bad he had to stay home tonight. So Ted, we're praying that you heal up, and you need to make a trip somewhere. You need to go get some chicken sausage and some gratons and bring back to us, Ted. We're missing that. Now that you don't retired, you don't make those food runs for us anymore.
Good stop by Hudson.
Funny story, Ted, been with Ted a long time. We did some TV stuff together, and he is such a nut. He's a comic, okay? And we were doing a show, and everybody was like, we don't like that man. We don't like that man. And he said, you know, I get that a lot. And they were on like a plane or something going to Disney. And he said, somebody on the plane said, well, you that guy that says touchdown, Dutchtown. And he said, yeah. She said, I don't like you when you say that. He says, well, all y'all got to do is stop us. And I won't say it.
Facts. Facts.
Oh, my boy, Ted.
Must have been a Gator fan.
Yeah, had to be. All right, so full count here. Power's going to rock and fire. And that ball's going to be
Hurry up.
into right field for a base hit. And that's going to score one, and
Got
he's
him.
out at the plate. Yes, sir. Good job. Dill threw a strike to Hudson Browning, and Hudson applied the tag and got the second runner that was trying to come across in that play out. So that's going to end the inning.
Yeah, I
And,
don't mind that. I mean, it was a good hit. And,
Oh, yeah.
You know, Owen can hit. You know, he hit it. It got to him kind of
Yep.
quick, and he never checked up. He just
Nope.
threw a one-hopper right to him. And
Yep, beautiful, beautiful play right there. So let's go try to find. All righty. Ethan Blanchard going to lead off bottom of the third for the Spartans. We got a big hole to dig ourselves out of right here. Give up 5 runs last inning, or last half inning. And that's going to be a foul ball there for Blanchard. Mama's down there with a camera out, and Pawpaw Crawfish is filming.
He's covering all the bases. Yep, he's a senior, so this is it. Get it in while you can and cherish the memories. Oh, what a pitch for called strike. That was a slurve that started at his hip and ended up catching the inside corner. 1-2 now on Blanchard. There'll be a ball outside to make it 2-2. Ball down. Looked like he tried to overthrow that one a little bit. Runs the count full. See if we can get Blanchard on one way or another. Try to make a dent.
And that's going to be ball 4 there for Blanchard. He's going to hustle down to first base. Just got a reply back from Mr. Ted Babin. He said he'll be in Lafayette in 2 weeks. So when he brings that chicken sausage and them gratons, I'll let you know.
All right. Sounds like a deal.
Cole Simpson, third baseman for the Spartans, stepping in right now.
And we had the leadoff batter on. No, 2 out of the 3.
2 out of the 3, yeah.
And then the one we didn't, the next batter doubled. So we've had chances. Just got to figure out how to get them in.
No. Every inning leadoff, because Carson Lacombe led off the second with the double.
True.
Yeah.
That's right. I knew it was at least 2, but
Yeah,
that's
it was
all of them.
all 3 so far. So,
And it's pretty odd, too, because me and Skip were talking about that last week, you know, in high school, man. A leadoff walks or, runner getting on with no outs, a leadoff batter at the inning, he scored in high school most of the time.
most of the time he is. Now, Simpson, you're down 5. Don't bail.
Yeah, the only
We
thing
need
I
you
can,
right now on first wild, and put Blanchard at second. That's what we need right now.
The only thing I'll give him is that one was kind of at the ear hole.
Oh, it was. Oh, big swing and a miss. It went up over the eyes. Again, that pitch right there, best pitch to see, worst pitch to hit.
Yep, you can't catch up to it.
Nope.
You think you can, but it always goes right by you. He put a little extra pepper on them last two, Ralphie.
He did. And Simpson's going to go down swinging, make the first out of the inning for the Spartans. So we're back to the top of the lineup with Peyton Morrow, center fielder, coming up to bat.
How about it? Center fielder number 3, Peyton Morrow.
Pitcher keeps checking Blanchard pretty hard, but he's not a big threat to steal.
So be a close play.
Bunt's laid down, and they're going to get Morrow at first.
And look, that's what we were talking about, Ralph. The pitcher got there. He bobbled it out of his glove. It bobbled right into his bare hand.
Yeah, and Morrow can fly. And so, like, everything that went wrong just now went right for him.
Yep.
We don't get that love.
No,
I don't
it's
know.
crazy.
I don't know if we just wear our hats wrong or something.
Or blue's just not lucky color. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. My dad used to say you can't do it because you're holding your tongue wrong. Maybe our tongues are wrong. I don't know.
Gotta be.
So Hudson Browning going to step in now with a runner, Blanchard at second base, 2 away, and he stayed way away from him now.
Yep.
I mean, are we?
That's 5 straight balls to him.
Yeah, are we purposely staying away from him? You got a 5-run lead.
Yeah, I mean, the last at bat, all 4 of them, none of them were even
No,
close.
no, it wasn't. That was a definite intentional walk. So that was something he could swing at, and he come out of his shoes on that one and miss. So.
Well, and that's the first of the 5 that was off speed.
Yeah.
So I figure if they do throw him anything 2-hitted, that's what it's going to be.
He's going to see junk. They're not going to throw him a fastball. Not a fastball around the plate anyway. Just like that one down low. So Hudson Browning looking at 2 balls, 1 strike.
Be careful going out the door because our buddy Chico's there with his truck.
Oh.
He likes coming up to the top row and just hanging out.
Yeah, he does.
Go.
And that ball's going to be way outside. So 3 balls, 1 strike on Browning.
Had him flinching. He wanted to swing.
Blanchard's going to call time to get his shoes tied. And that's going to be ball 4. So Browning's going to draw his second walk of the night.
Sure, they'll pinch run for him.
Yeah, they're going to send
For the catcher.
Blackburn in here. Kingston's going to come in.
Blackburn, courtesy running for Browning at first. At the plate, right fielder number 7, Ethan Dill.
Dill hit it hard last time, but
Yeah.
he's right at second baseman for a triple play. Let's see if he can find a hole this time.
All right, Ethan Dill stepping up. Oh.
What they called?
Yeah, he said he swung, and he didn't.
Oh.
I mean, that was terrible.
A miss down for ball 1 there.
All right, so a little confusion there with pitcher and catcher. They're going to have a little meeting out there on the mound.
They're trying to get Chico to look up at us.
Oh, no.
Chico's in his own world.
He is
Chico don't.
He's
He's
gonna
just worried
wear-
about Chico.
He's going to wear them out down there chasing him. All right, so we
Not sure what was going on there, but
I don't know. A little meeting, they had it up, but the umpire's just kind of wasting time now. So 1-1 count here on Deal with 2 away. Pick off the second base, and he's safe.
close play.
It was close.
But he made it back.
I don't know that Blanchard was expecting that throw at first.
It kind of froze him a
Yeah.
little bit, but he's a long kid, so
Yep.
he made it back.
Oh,
Well, if they pay attention, they could really see when that little slurve, I call it, is coming, because he really gets more. He steps more towards third, and his arm angle drops a little. I don't know if the coaches are seeing that and relaying it, but it would help.
well, you're still talking about teenage kids.
Yeah.
So pick off the second base again, and Blanchard's back in safely. That one wasn't even close. That pitch is going to be down for Deal, so it's going to be 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. 2s across the board here. That's going to be outside. Full count.
Ooh, yeah, that one didn't miss by much either, Ralph.
No, but again, he hadn't been consistent on that call.
Right? Yeah, it's too risky for me as a batter. I'm swinging.
Yeah.
At least fouling it off.
And Dale's going to hit this one directly
at
to
him.
the center fielder, so he'll make the catch, and that's going to end that inning. Griffins are up 5-0 after 3. All righty, ladies and gentlemen, we're back in Johnny Ambo Park. Starting of the 4th inning between the Spartans and the Griffins. New pitcher now, Bet Guidry for the Spartans. And that's going to bring up some fielding changes. Powers, your starting pitcher, has moved to center field. And your starting center fielder, Peyton Morrow, has moved to second. So Gotro's going to check out for the night. And see if this is what we need to shut down these Griffins.
This cleanup hitter for Dutchtown, Ralphie, he is big.
He's a big old boy. There's no doubt about it.
Leading off the top of the fourth, first baseman number 31, Brooks Bumstead.
He looks like a middle linebacker.
Yeah, that's a big boy.
Yeah.
Brooks Bumstead.
And he may play 2 sports, play football. I mean, he looks it. He looks the part.
Yeah.
You know, if anybody in this box would know, it's Coach Brownfield. See if we can get him to answer that. That ball's going to be hit right back to Guidry. And a little underhand toss to Blanchard, and he is out at first.
Good job right there. Kept it down in the zone and got a ground ball 1-3 put out for out number 1. First batter, Guidry's face. That'll bring up the 5-hole hitter, number 8, Cade DeLone.
So I just reached out to Coach Brownfield on the other side, and he said he don't believe he plays football. I think he's missing out because he's a solid-looking kid.
Yeah, that's a big boy.
Cade DeLone batting now, and that pitch is going to be a strike 1. So little history with Beck Guidry here. Boy, that's a nice pitch right there. DeLone's going to swing through and miss, so it's 0-2 on him. He's kin to you.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess you'd say a nephew.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah. So DeLone's going to lift this one out to left field, and Snowden's on his way back and make the catch. So that's going to be 2 away for the Spartans.
Got away with that one. He kind of hung it a little bit, and luckily DeLone got underneath it because he took a big hack at it.
Oh, yeah. And what's funny is I learned that he's kin to us.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So,
okay.
So his grandfather and my wife are cousins.
Which grandfather is that?
Reggie.
Oh, okay.
Duplessis.
Oh, yeah,
So,
yeah. Carson's dad. Okay. His
yep,
mama's daddy.
Yep.
Gotcha.
So,
yeah, Beck's in the I mean, he's always been a taller kid, but man, in the last couple of years, he's gotten even taller. And he's a junior this year, and they've used him a pretty good bit, and has had some success, and still trying to get a little stronger.
Look, I was highly impressed with him the first time I saw him. He came out and he was filthy, and I mean, he came and he dealt, and it was all dog it. Simpson's going to try to just backhand a easy ground ball. I mean,
yeah, you had plenty of time
step
to get
in front of that.
I mean, when you have to backhand it, you have to backhand it. But that,
dog it.
That wouldn't even hit that hard. You got to get over and make that play. And
but
we're not helping our pitchers.
No, we're not. But that's what I was saying. So the first time I got to watch him pitch, he was just ground ball after ground ball after ground ball, just filthy. I'm talking, 5-6 pitch innings.
Yeah.
And I thought, damn, we got something here, and found out that night, the whole relationship and how it was tied to y'all and us and all that. So, great young man right there, and. That's going to be a strike right there.
Yeah, he throws a lot of strikes. He stays around the strike zone, and that's, something with kids like that throw a lot of strikes. You got to tell them, you 0-2, you 1-2, 2-2. You got to start, unless you got velocity that you can blow it by batters. You got to start being selective with it.
All right, he's going to get the out at first there, so that's going to end that inning. Beck Ginger comes in and does his job, man, just shuts him down, and pretty impressive right there with Beck. So, and he's still young.
Yeah, he's a junior, and like I said, I think he had skipped baseball. I can't remember if it was last year or the year before, and then I think he just started missing it too much and decided to come back, and now he's just focusing on just pitching, getting better every time.
Yeah, Taylor Tunnett still back out on the mound for the Griffins. Young man's doing a great job right now. Kind of like you said earlier, that last inning, he kind of picked up a little velocity that he wasn't throwing early in the game.
Yeah, last inning there was a couple of, and that's something you can do. And if you got a good pitching coach, they can tell them that too. The first time through the lineup, just kind of take it easy. And that second time you get 2 strikes on, then you juice it up a little bit, and it'll get them off balance.
It also helps when you have a 5-0 lead too.
Correct.
We can rear back and throw something that might be a little bit wilder to get them to chase on it.
Yeah.
To show them your junk. So. Hats off to a young man. He's throwing a heck of a game right now, and that first pitch was a strike on Lacombe. Lacombe hit a double last time up, and he's going to watch strike 2.
Yeah, that was a strike. The first one was pretty much at his ankles. It's too big of a kid to call that a strike.
Yeah.
On. Yeah, I'm sure they got the scouting report on Lacombe, too. They're not going to give him anything and just groove it. They're going to make him have to work for it, especially after a double last at bat. That was a good pitch on the outside corner, and he just went with it. And he swings and misses there. So,
you can't fall behind. You fall behind like that on somebody who's grooving. You really start swinging at ugly pitches, right? Pitches you should be taking. And
we got up now, Lucas Cook.
Yeah, Lucas Cook, shortstop, is up to bat now.
This is the bottom of the 4th, Ralph, and the first time we didn't get the leadoff batter on. So let's see maybe if that's the easier way to get a run in. And you were talking earlier about how we're undefeated when we called a game together, when I was here.
We might have jinxed that, man.
We, but we also haven't seen that. He takes 3 straight off-speed pitches. 3 strikes.
Words exchange right there between umpire. I think umpire told him, but don't stand. Don't try to be big with me, because Cook just stood there and.
That one was a little bit inside, but I mean it's still a strike. You got to swing with 2,
Oh, get down there.
But
All right, so Snowden's going to step in at first pitch. He's going to get hit by pitch. So,
but the biggest difference in this game is if you look on, it don't show the scoreboard that y'all looking at home, but that stat all the way to the right-hand side of the big scoreboard in right center says EA 4 errors and Dutchtown none. That's the difference in your game.
And look, that's been our Achilles all season long.
But all the games I've been here with you, they haven't really made too many errors.
No, but the other games we have made a lot. And we, Skip and I, that's one thing we talk about a lot is, okay, today let's clear up the errors, right? Let's clear up and whenever we commit in 4, 5, 6, 7, we've had up to 8 errors in a game and we lose big. But when we can tone that number down to 1 error, we normally win in a ball game.
Yeah, 1 or even 2, at this level's fine. But you start getting to that, and I mean, you got 4 errors and you got 4 swinging bunts.
Right.
That's just not a good combination.
So Snowden's off running to second, and he's going to slide in safely.
Big jump there.
It's kind of a lazy catch there, though,
Yeah, he gave up on it.
Yeah.
Had a big jump, though. It was taking a...
Yeah, that young man can fly, too. That's one thing that these boys at East Ascension can do. They can run.
This is definitely one of their fastest teams they've had in a while.
Yeah. I know. That's going to be a call strike on Powers there.
I don't know if Powers can reach that one.
Yeah. I know when ours played here, we wasn't known for our speed.
No, we were not. We had like 2 or maybe 3 in a lineup.
Yeah.
And they weren't spaced together, so.
No. Oh, shoot. Powers is going to strike out there, and he's going to try to make it down to first base like it was a drop third strike. However, it was not.
No runs, no hits, 1 left on. Your score after 4. Dutchtown 5.
So 5-0 Griffins after 4 innings. Still got some time left in this game.
Yeah, I just hope they don't give up, because the first 2 or 3 innings, I mean, they were getting people on, and, then weird things were happening. And
Well, Dutchtown had a threat every inning so far.
yeah, they have, yes.
They've put people on, and like we were talking about the error number, that kept the innings rolling for them. So they threatened in the first, we got out of it. Threatened in the second, we got out of it. The third, we could not get out of it.
Right.
So, we're hanging in there.
Yeah.
And
like I said, offensively, I mean, that was probably our worst inning.
Yeah,
but I mean,
absolutely.
we've had, like I said, of the 4 innings, 3 of them the leadoff batter was
Yep.
on, and that run in high school has to score.
It has to.
That should at least be 3, and we still don't have anything, But I mean, how many times? I couldn't tell you the last time I seen a triple play in high school.
No,
right?
I know.
That's the EA's
That-
luck.
that's
First
just
inning, he hits a
snake
hard
bit,
ball
man.
and right to the second baseman and gets them all doubled up. All right, Beck looked good last inning, Guidry. Let's see if he can come back and do the same thing here and, keep the number at 5 and see if we can
give
keep
us a
working
shot,
at it and see if we can get some runs in, put a little pressure on them. I'd like to see what happens if they get a little bit of pressure on them because 2 games now, we still haven't scored
Right.
in 11 innings. Mm-hmm. So,
Yeah, if we can just put a little bit of pressure on them and see what we can get going here, because we're that team. We've talked about it many times. I'm sure people at home are tired of hearing me talk about it, but we create chaos when we get runners on. Now, we hadn't really done it tonight, and I'm shocked by it.
well, our best chance was probably the ball or the triple play.
Yeah,
you had 2
absolutely.
on, no outs, but
Absolutely.
you letting him swing because he'd been so hot.
That's right. That is correct.
Snake.
So that's Cooper Pickett batting now. He's going to foul that first pitch off by Beck Guidry. Making no balls, 1 strike there. Right now it's going to be, I don't know if that was fouled off or just went off the mitt, but he swung and missed. And so 0-2 right now.
Oh,
And
yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
Oh,
My God. What are you
jeez.
looking at, Gary? I mean, the kid went so far around, he started to walk toward the dugout, and then he ain't even looking. And it was the one time the umpire is in
Nah.
position to actually make that
Wow.
call because they're never in position.
Unbelievable.
And he misses it.
Unbelievable. And, but you know what? I expect nothing less from him.
And then that's
And then
another.
that follows up with a curveball in the strike zone for ball 2. And the fans are getting antsy now.
Yeah, I mean, that's two big plays,
So
that
he's
they
going to hit
missed.
this one out to left field. Snowden's going to be over there and make that catch.
Yeah, for the first out. So that's a
Yep.
big out. Good job with Beck staying with it, not getting aggravated, and because he struck the batter out twice basically there. Both of my brothers are actually watching because Beck's grandpa and grandma, my older brother and his wife, are watching up in Arkansas
Yeah.
on the TV watching. So I guess Beck's mom might have told him he was pitching. They got it on the big screen, and my little brother's watching too, and just asked if that's the same catcher that when West played.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's finally a
absolutely.
senior.
Finally a senior.
Committed to Northwestern and
Yeah. He,
had a great career.
played varsity as a freshman and split time as a freshman.
Was all district
Yeah.
as a freshman.
Yeah. Utility, though.
Yeah,
but
kind of played both.
split time because we had a
Bill.
Mac Beal catching, and Mac was pretty good. And
Yeah.
then coming into his sophomore year, he pretty much took over the catching duty. So
Yeah.
ground ball to Cook. Cook fires a Blanchard, and he is out. That was Estelet, their shortstop.
Yep, that was a non-hole hitter. Back to the top
Yep.
now. I'm glad he got 2 quick outs,
Yep.
and let's see how he does against these guys. Yeah, his freshman year, Hudson, he played, some first. He played second a couple times, DH'd a lot, caught some. Just kind of anywhere to get him in the lineup because you could tell he was going to be a special kid.
That one's going to go over the batter there. So, and look, that's going to happen when you throw as many breaking balls as he does. You're going to lose 1 or 2 there. Good pitch. Good pitch right there. There's going to be 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs for the leadoff batter here, Freeman, the Griffins. I missed that one upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2s across the board here.
That's hitting in deep left field.
Yeah, that's going to fall. That's going to get to the wall, bounce off the wall. Ball's getting relayed in now, and
Yeah, that's all right. He had 2 outs, nobody
Yep.
on, so
Yep.
he went after him and did a great job of hitting. But like I said, he's back to the top of the lineup here, so let's see if he can kind of keep the ball a little more down in the strike zone and do what he's been doing, getting weak ground balls.
so Dawson LeBlanc stepping in for the Griffins now with 2 outs, runner on second. We're going to check the runner at second base, and he's going to get back in there. Bake's going to deliver here, and that's going to be a ball outside. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs. This pitch here is going to be a called strike on the outside corner, so it's going to be 1-1 count there. LeBlanc digging in, that Guidry getting the sign. It's going to rock and fire here, and it's going to be a foul ball. Runner's going, and that's going to be a big swing.
Ooh, the kid.
Are you going to call that a foul ball?
Yeah, he fouled it off into the ground, and your boy Freeman was, I think he was going on the pitch, and then
Yeah,
when
he was.
he realized it was a foul ball, he tried to stop and slipped on the third base bag. They're being careful with LeBlanc. He's made some pretty good swings tonight.
Yeah, yeah.
Good pitch.
Yep.
That's what I want to see.
Couldn't get him to chase it, though.
Yep. 0-2, 1-2, that's what I want to see, Ralph. Try to pitch to a spot that's competitive, not another batter's box, and see if he'll go after it. Just a good hitter.
Runner's going right here, and that's going to be hit to Simpson at line drive. He's going to catch it on the line there. Beautiful play.
Thank goodness that the runner was stealing because it moved Simpson towards the bag.
That's right.
And if not, I couldn't tell if it was going to be fair or foul, but it was going to be extra bases.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to be foul.
Well, the home plate umpire was already doing
I know
this
he had already
instead of
threw his hand up.
Just say caught. You know, it's not necessarily fair ball.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was going to be close, but luckily he was going to the bag for the steal. So. Let's see. I can figure out how many pitches Taylor Tunnard's thrown here. Maybe very many. Well, he's had a couple long innings, but
yeah, and
then he's had a couple quick ones too.
Yeah, that first one looked like it was going to be a long inning, and then slammed the door in our face. But
I should be able to get a pitch count here in a second. I think he's, I mean, unless something happens, he's pretty much good to go here for a couple more innings, I would think.
Yeah, he hadn't. His velocity is still there. He's not getting wild. He's actually settling in a little bit better.
Yeah, I feel like he's gotten better as the game's going on. All right, Blanchard will lead all. We what 8-9 in the lineup, 8-9-1 here.
Yeah. All right. Umpire had the ball picked up. That was off to the side.
He tried to go get it.
He tried. I wish they would. I wanted to see if he was going to pick it up.
Yeah. See if he'd run as fast as he ran on that foul ball a while ago that I've never seen before.
Oh, Blanchard swinging at this one. That was almost going to hit him.
Yeah, it had a little tail on it, though. That's the thing with that pitch. You know, you see it out his hand as a strike, and then it tails into a right-handed batter.
He's going to pop this one up to the second baseman. That's going to be the first out of the inning.
I can't tell how many pitches that is, Ralph.
Let me see.
I think 60.
59.
Yeah, and he just threw two more to him. So 60, 61, something like that.
Cole Simpson, third baseman, who made a remarkable play just a minute ago. He's going to step in, and that pitch is going to miss on the outside corner, so it's going to be ball one.
It's crazy. I can't see these little numbers like this.
Now he's going to swing and miss on that one.
I can still remember Ralph. I went to the eye doctor. It was a couple years ago, and he's like, "How's your?" He gave me this paper with these little bitty words and stuff. I mean, little bitty, and I read it off to him or whatever. He's like, "I can't believe you can still read that." He said, "But just so you know, it's coming, and then when it hits you, it's gonna hit you." And I swear, it was like 2 weeks later, and it was almost like overnight.
Yeah,
I couldn't read that small print anymore, and. You know, they say mid-40s it hits you, and it just, when it does, it comes out of nowhere, and then you're done.
Well.
And I can't see any of them.
Oh, Simpson's going to swing in that one. That was almost a defensive swing, but looked like it was going to be ball four. So full count now with one away for Simpson, third baseman for the Spartans. And he's going to strike out looking right there. Yeah, I used to pick on people. You know, they'd say, "Oh man, I'm getting older, I can't see," and I'd laugh at them. And you know, I get stuck in a job where I'm behind a computer now.
Right.
And I said, "Man, I can't see either."
Yeah,
but,
you can't forget them when you got a job like that.
But let me tell you, I'm not going to an eye doctor because I can still see. I just order me them clicks.
Yeah.
And I'm good. So, Peyton Morrow going to be swinging at the first pitch way outside, and it's going to be strike one. Leadoff batter here for the Spartans. He started this game in center field. Now he's at second base. Oh, chased another one, and now he's fell quick. 0-2 now. 0-2 pitch. And he's going to watch strike 3. That's 2 in a row. And
and he barks at the umpire.
yeah,
And
yeah, we can't. Like,
the umpire didn't like that, and I understand. I mean, he's going to tell him something right there, whether it is a strike or not. I mean,
Yeah.
you can't do that. You know, you get frustrated. Now he's arguing with somebody in the stands.
yeah.
You can't do that either. You know, you got to have thick skin to be an umpire. You can't let people get under your skin like that.
I can understand if you want to talk to the kid, okay, and say, hey, bud, like.
Yeah, and I
you
think
know,
Morrow realized it right away and
Yeah.
told him, I'm sorry. It just
Yeah.
aggravated
But-
myself, you know.
But
kinda
one of
thing.
the dads popped off because he told him something, and you know, you just can't get into that bickering with a parent on the side.
No, it never ends well.
Yeah, no.
And,
And, you know, it's funny. You remember the days when they would give me the thumbs up. You know, I'd get on there
yeah.
and
Yeah, you just get a thumbs up
Yeah.
and they'd laugh, you know.
Yeah.
But
I was funny about it. You know, I was never.
yeah, I mean,
I never got real ugly.
yeah.
You know, I would joke. And,
I mean, it ain't no point in doing
yeah,
it. It's
no.
not going to change
No,
anything.
it
and
ain't changing nothing. And
all you could do is miss being able to see your kid play.
that's right.
And,
That's right. And that's one thing I've never been ejected
yeah,
from a baseball game.
yeah.
I've been ejected from a softball game,
That is correct.
but
I was there
never,
for that one.
but never a baseball game.
That was, oh, that was so funny. That's not really a story for on the air, but
No, it's not. But
it was.
but it was comical.
It was.
And
It was so funny. It's
and I think
typical live oak. you know?
I think everybody was kicked out at that time because I think the game was like 13-0 at the time.
Yeah, it was getting out of hand
yeah,
anyway. But
yeah. So anyway, yeah.
Leading off to DH number 4, Owen Cavalier.
All right, Owen Cavalier going to lead off for the Griffins here. Beck Guidry still on the bump for the Spartans.
yeah, 2 innings so far for Beck, and I think 1 hit, and he's been pretty efficient.
Yeah, there it is. No,
Oh my
what?
Lord! For whatever reason, he won't call that, and I hate to tell you know, and that's the problem with some of the umpires nowadays. The strike zone changes from batter to batter depending on height
Yeah,
of the batter.
yeah, absolutely.
That's under the letters. It's a strike all
Yep.
day.
Now this one crossed at the knees and he calls it a strike. Like, come on, man. Like,
And that's part, you know, that's also part of the strike zone. But they don't understand that, and I don't know. And I mean, that might have missed by
yeah,
a
that
half
was
an inch.
that one was a little inside. I'm okay with that one not being called.
Yeah, just not that first one.
No.
And Owen's a kid; he knows the strike zone too, you know. So he knows what he's doing.
So now we're faced with 3 balls,
Yeah, 3 and
1
1.
strike.
That's the thing too. You know, I like to see out of Beck tonight. He hasn't missed by much.
Nope. That's going to be a call strike there.
Not sure where Owen was going on that. That was right down the middle.
Well, no, but you seen how he handled that? He come back and he said, yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir, it was.
Right.
But look, you got to sell that. You got to try to sell that. And well, now he's going to hit him with the pitch. And
I didn't see where to catch him.
he caught him in the back. He threw it behind
okay.
him. And
Oh, that's the wildest pitch he's thrown yet.
so Brooks Bumstead.
I hold my breath for Owen when he gets hit. That poor kid. He's had more injuries than any kid I've ever seen by this age. A lot of bad luck. Good kid.
We're going to pick over at first, and he's going to get back safely.
There we go.
Oh, swing and bunt, and that's going to go right to second base. He's going to step on it himself and try to turn the double play, but he's going to get the lead runner at second. Bumstead's going to be safe at first base.
Yeah, good play. I like that he at least got the one out. Cook wasn't quite there
no,
yet.
No,
And,
that was smart play. Heads up by Morrow. Go ahead and take that yourself.
Make sure you get one.
I don't know about the throw. I probably wouldn't have threw it because the runner was already there. He was there. We wasn't getting him at all. Little quick pick back to first base there before he comes set. I like that.
Yeah, I do too. That's my favorite pick play for a right-handed pitcher.
All right, and that pitcher's going to miss upstairs for ball one.
That was just another one of them ground balls that's just not hit, hit hard enough.
It wasn't a full swing. I mean, it was a check swing, and
if Beck would have been able to stab it, then they could have got two. But he just missed it. It just got past him. That's that turf, though. That ball comes past you quick.
So DeLone's going to show bunt there and pull back, and that's going to be a ball two call.
DeLone trying to get his third hit of the day on a bunt to first.
Yeah.
See if we can keep him from there you go.
There you go. Nice pitch right there. He tried to turn into that one and let it clip him, but it broke away for a strike.
Yeah, he got that, like I said, he got that little elbow guard on, but, man, if I'm a hitter 2-0 and he throws one right there, that's the one you hit into the bullpen.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a good pitch.
And that's going to fall for a base. That's extra bases there.
That'll score one. He's going to probably go three. It might have a chance to get him.
He's safe at third, and the runner will score. So DeLone hits him a triple there.
That was a good hit, Ralph. I don't know if you noticed, but that was off the plate a couple inches, and he just stayed with it.
That's a great piece of hitting by DeLone. And look, when you play, like we were joking earlier about the field, you know, I don't care where you go to school. This is the best baseball field, best atmosphere, the look of it, the everything. Mm-hmm. And now, what it is not, it's not a hitter's park because it's so deep. It is definitely a pitcher's park. But when you hit a ball like that in a gap, you can run for days.
You can get a triple.
And that's proof right there, you know. DeLone, no shot at DeLone. He did everything right. He laid up on that baseball, put it right where it needed to be. And a young man standing at third with an RBI because of it.
But that's a double at other, most other parks.
Any other park is, it's a home run out of Santa Mall. But any other park, that's a double, you know.
It was a good hit. I mean, right in the gap. But, I mean,
and look, a double and maybe not even a score from the lead runner,
correct.
You know.
Yeah. Might have had to hold him.
Yeah. But like I said, Santa Mall, that's a two-run bomb all day long. So.
And that's why I always told mine, look, you ain't going to hit any of this field. It's too tough. You know, just try to hit it as far in the gaps as you can and just run.
You know, I've watched, just like you, watched many, many baseball games here. And, Powers retreating back and catches that one over his shoulder.
Yep, and a sack fly. He'll get DeLone in.
So DeLone's going to score on that. And but we did get the second out of the inning, so that's going to make it 7-0 Griffins. But in all my years of being out here associated with East Ascension baseball, I have not seen many home runs hit here.
No.
You know?
No, man, and they've had some big kids come through here. I mean, I can remember me and Wes were talking the other day because, John Pearson is playing for LSU now. He's been starting at third a lot, and I think he's a redshirt freshman, so it's his second year. So he's the same exact age as ours.
Right.
And every time we had that
Nice
tournament,
pitch
the first tournament we host.
The Jay Patterson.
Yeah, West Monroe would be here.
Right.
And, I mean, I didn't even see him hit one out of here.
No, he sure didn't.
But he's hitting a couple now, at LSU.
Yep.
But, I mean, even a big old kid like that couldn't get one out of here,
Morrow's going to chase this one down and get the out at first base. So that's going to end that inning there. Spartans down to their, last 6 outs?
Yep.
So, got to get something going here if you're a Spartan fan. So, I was corrected. and Ted Babin just texted me his son Eric, who phenomenal baseball player, and I coached him many moons ago, and probably one of the best hand-eye coordination I've ever seen. He could be bodied just completely off, thinking fastball, throw the curve, but his hands were always back in the right spot, and he could just flat out hit. And he just texted that he hit one against Shaw here at this park in that tournament. So that was a long time ago. But yes, now I've seen them. Many of them hit here, but not as many as in other parks, I should say.
No, I've seen them, but the ones we've seen here are, they hit.
Well, and let me tell you, we picked up the number of home runs over the last few years once we added the bullpen in left field. Because that shortened the field up.
For our right-handed batters, shortened it up.
But it takes a monster shot to hit it out of this park.
Yeah, there ain't very many you see to center, and I've seen a couple to dead center, and those balls they'd have been out of any stadium, but that's just few and far between.
And it's like the year that we won state, that team with Blake Burns and those guys, like they hit some home runs, but you can ask every one of them. They hit more at everybody else's park than here.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. So going into the sixth here, we're leading off with our catcher, Hudson Browning.
Yeah, I don't know if you can remember back to the I'm trying to think what
That's going to
year
be a called strike. That's the first one they really went after Hudson on.
Yeah. That's only the second strike he's seen all night. This is third at bat. So.
Yep. Look at Mama running this way.
She got to go get in her lucky spot while he's batting. But
the ball's going to be down low.
I think it was 92, Ralph, when they had the World Games here.
Yeah.
And Jason Williams and all them was able to play in it. And I don't know, I can't remember. I know the field was this size by then.
Yes.
And I don't know if they did it for that or
so, little chopper to third base and high throw. So Browning's going to beat that out, and he's going to be safe at first. So leadoff single for Browning to start at 6. We're going to get Blackburn in to run for him.
But I don't know. Do you remember? Like, was it? It seems like it wasn't that big until that year. Like, that's the year that they made all the enhancements to host that World Games.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of players here that came to that Skip Bertman ended up recruiting, from like Brett Laxton from
that's a
New Jersey and all that.
I can't remember, but that's a Randy Watts question because Randy Watts was the head coach here when everything was done here.
But it's almost like they made it as like a college field in time for that World Games and then never, I don't know. I just feel like we should look at redoing it.
No.
Just to
I like the history here.
I mean, LSU's power alleys ain't even 375.
Nah, I get that. But
like if we could just bring it in to like 300 down that line and right and make center field like 385 or something, it would, I don't know, it just seems like the kids would get more out of it too.
So Ethan Deal's up to batting. He's going to be looking at 2 balls, 1 strike now with Blackburn running at first. But what's funny though, Chet, is so years ago when I was right out of high school and I was a state officer for FFA and traveling all over, right? And it's funny because every part of Louisiana I went to, whenever, I told them I was from East Ascension High School, everybody that ever played baseball would always make a comment. Yeah. Y'all got that big field.
Yeah.
I remember playing on that big field. Yeah. So it's just something about it. If you played here, you understand it. Dill's going to pop up to right field, and he drops it. He drops it.
And they're going to have time.
But they got time to throw out. Nope. And Blackburn's out. Oh, my goodness. Man, we can't catch a break.
Nope. That just goes back to what we were talking about earlier. Whatever can go wrong has gone wrong, and you can't even get a break on a dropped pop-up and still be safe.
I mean, look, second baseman had to run a long way for that one, okay?
Yeah, that's a right fielder's ball.
That's definitely a right fielder's ball. But when it falls off his glove, bro, everybody should be safe. But we held up long enough, had to hold the runner long enough.
Well, it was too close to him.
Yeah, it's too close to him. So
he could have flipped it to first and got him.
Man, we just can't catch a break. So
Nope.
Lacombe's going to be batting now, and he's going to look at ball one.
But, yeah, no, I'm in the same boat. I got my boss played at Hanville.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think when he graduated. He's a little bit younger. I want to say around 2004. Yeah, I think it was that because he said Dutchtown had won it. And he, I think that was his senior year, and they would come and play in that tournament every year or whatever. He said, I love pitching at that field.
Oh, yeah.
Because he was a little left-hander. He didn't throw real hard, but hard enough because he ended up playing at Louisiana Tech.
Yeah.
But he said, I love pitching at that field because, I mean, pop-ups were caught.
It's a pitcher's park.
They could run as far as they needed to catch them. But he said, but he did say, which is another thing everybody always says, one of the prettiest fields I've ever played on. And even back when they had the natural surface, it was like that, you know?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I know when I played at EA, we worked on that thing every day.
Every day.
It wasn't a lot of practicing going on. It was a lot of that.
Yeah.
You know?
So Lacombe's got a 2-2 count now, and we got Deal standing at first. Pitch is going to miss way outside now, so Lacombe's going to look at a full count.
Dutchtown pitcher Tunnard, he's at 82 pitches now.
Yeah.
But like we were talking about last inning, he looks stronger now than he did in the first couple innings.
He's starting to miss spots a little bit now. Not bad.
Well, when that all-speed starts missing, that's when you're getting tired.
Yep.
And that's what's happening.
And,
his fastball's still right there, but
that's it. That's catcher's interference. So Lacombe's going to get down to first base on that one. Deal's going to move over to second. And 100% it was because
yeah, he turned around right away and was wondering if he saw it.
Yep.
The catcher's acting like he didn't
Yeah,
do
the catcher's
anything,
acting like nothing happened, which he should be. He should be. He should be trying to sell it as blue. That was foul ball, but that ball.
You can hear the noise normally.
I mean, you could hear the difference, and that ball knuckled off of the bat or the glove, whatever it hit. But yeah, most definitely catcher's interference, and so we got Spartans with one out. They got runners at first and second, and Cook, their shortstop, is up to bat now.
And it don't matter how the batter swings, as long as he's in that batter's box. And it hits the glove. He's getting first base.
That's it.
Well, when I played, Ralphie, if it was a pitcher that was just blowing it by me, I was just having a bad day. I'd get 2 strikes. I'd make sure I hit the catcher's mitt.
Well, yeah.
I mean, they'd laugh at me so hard, but I was like, I'm getting on base.
Got to get on. Got to get on. All right, so we're going to get a mound visit now. Lots of talented teams that go through Dutchtown. And let's see here.
My little brother talking about when he played, about he remembers working on that field.
Well,
and
look,
he said that was a lot of child labor.
Yeah, child labor. But I tell you what, we've always had the best looking park.
Oh, there ain't no doubt, man. It was I want to say every January, once we'd come back, he would have had either the people from the school board or whatever it was that they would edge all the dirt, and then we'd roll it.
Right.
You'd have to roll it up. And so you had to do the whole field for the first week or so of practice to get that stuff out. And then, and then you had your edges, and then you'd be able to keep it for the whole season with the other machine. But it was pretty, but, it was a lot of work on the team.
So Cook is up to bat. Got a 1 ball, no strike count on him. And that one's going to miss down low and outside. But what I was saying before about Dutchtown, they have, since day one, they have built a successful baseball program. Year in and year out, they're in the top. They're in, in the fight for, and it's going to be a called strike, and I disagree with that one. But
Yeah, that was
Cook
on the
did as
painted
well.
other batter's box.
But hats off to Coach Shake Snyder, Coach Toops. Whenever he was the first head coach there, and when they won state, Chris Shake Snyder was his assistant coach.
Yeah, that's the only two coaches that had.
The only two, and great program, great guys. They built a wonderful thing over there.
Yeah, real good guys. The kids love playing
Yep,
for them.
absolutely. We used to. My wife and I followed them a lot. That year they won state.
Go.
And
Cook fouled that one almost off somebody's head in the dugout.
all the coaches ducked.
Yeah, they've always had it's almost like they never have a complete down year.
Correct.
You know, kind of like EA's having right now.
Yeah.
They're always in it.
Yep.
You know, and there's a lot of athletes out there, and
Cook's going to go down swinging right there. That's going to bring up Snowden in, the left fielder.
they got a lot of baseball kids that live in that area. You know,
Yeah.
and when the lines changed and stuff for the schools, it helped them at the time.
Well, it did, and it didn't really hurt us in baseball as much as it did in football at the time that they were brought in.
Yeah, when they first
Now,
did it.
adding Prairieville, it crushed our lines for baseball.
Yeah.
Because right north of where I live, the next road is where they drew the line. And I know for a fact on this team there's a few of them that stayed at EA that could have went.
Yeah.
And they took quite a few potential Spartans to go to Prairieville.
Yeah, there was a few that played with ours that ended
Yeah.
up going that were like 10th graders or something at the time, you know.
Yep. So Snowden's going to look at 2 balls, 1 strike with 2 outs.
See if Snowden can find a gap here, and we need a run.
Yeah, just 1. And that's going to be a strike 2 call.
See, now it's a strike again.
Yep. Yeah, he's been very inconsistent on that outside corner.
And that's tough as a batter because you don't know.
Oh,
He caught it.
fouled it off into the catcher's mid there, and that's going to end the inning for the Spartans. So after 6, the score is 7 Griffins and 0 Spartans.
EA Baseball would like to thank Parish Tractor of Gonzales for their support this season. You can reach them on the phone at 647-5881 or online at parishtractor.com, or stop by and see us at 13173 Airline Highway in Gonzales. Stop by and see Scott Skip Creel for all your Kubota and Stihl needs.
All righty, here we go for the 7th inning.
Leading off, the catcher number 12, Cooper Pickett.
We got Beck Guidry still on the mound for the Spartans. He came in, and he's doing a phenomenal job. And Cooper Pickett.
Oh, they had a ball on the field still. I was wondering why the umpire said time. There you go.
Pickett's going to pop up on the first pitch to the second baseman. Morrow's going to make that catch and be the first out of the inning there.
I love the old 1 pitch, 1 out.
I do too, especially when your kid pitches. You know. How many games we sat over there going, that was 9 pitches.
Yeah.
That was 6 pitches.
Yeah.
That was 10 pitches.
Yeah.
That's so good, you know.
And like we said, earlier in the year, I mean, it's not so bad, during high school play because it's not really hot yet.
Yeah.
But in the summertime, man,
Yeah.
that's big because get them off that turf,
That's right. So Estolette is coming up here. He is the shortstop for the Griffins. That first pitch is going to be a ball.
And he called that pitch on Lacombe earlier, and he's 5 inches taller than this kid.
Yep. That pitch is going to be a called strike, so it's 1-1 count with 1 out for the Griffins.
The blue got to get it together, Ralphie.
And not the Spartan blue. The blue, the baby blue behind the plate.
The umpire blue.
Yeah.
I mean, that's another one. Look, Brandon can't believe he ain't called that a strike. I mean, knows he's called most of the game.
Big swing and miss right there, so it's going to make the count 2-2. Yeah, and you, if you watch Hudson's body language, when he knows it's supposed to be a strike, that young man has caught for really good pitchers across this country. Now it's going to be right back to Guidry, underhanded to Blanchard.
He better hurry up a little more because
He took his time on that one. That
he's
boy,
making sure he knows he got all day, but that kid was rolling.
Yeah, it's all right. He had confidence in himself, so.
Yeah, that's the 3rd out, I think. That was
at least the second one for sure. Right back to him.
Right back to him.
One went off the glove.
Gotcha.
Or just missed it. So Oakley Rutson is now batting for the Griffins, and he's going to look at strike 1. Ooh. All right.
Yeah, I just watch Hudson's demeanor back there whenever he thinks it should be a strike, and that kind of tells us too.
And look, I'm going to tell you, so these guys working the board on side of us is better than I am, because I would have marked a strike and made him turn around and tell me it was a ball, Big swing and miss right there.
Good catch back.
Great job. So here we go. Spartans' last shot now. And look, are we looking for a win right here? No, but I want to finish competitive. Okay.
Yeah.
If we can scratch a run or 2, make them sweat a little bit, maybe get the pitcher off the mound.
Yeah.
Well, heck, I said that, but look, we're making a pitching change now. So,
Yeah, got a 7-run lead. He was in the 90s. I know. with his
Tucker
pitch
Swear.
count. Okay.
And pitch like that whenever we got a batter up, bud.
Pitcher number 7, Tucker Swear.
All right.
I'm not sure. Do you know this Swear?
I don't. I just texted Kyle Swear and
See who it is.
to
See if he knows.
Yeah, see if he knew him. Kyle, very good close friend of mine. That
Yeah, Kyle's the only Swear I've ever known.
yeah, he played at Dutchtown. He started at EA, and then Dutchtown was built, and he transferred over, which that's where he lived at.
But wasn't
And,
he on the 2014?
He was on the state championship team with him.
So.
He said not sure, but he's a winner for sure. So and Swear was got drafted, went to college, went to Eunice, won a national championship there, and then went on to Monroe, and then got drafted from there. So so from what I'm told, Swear is we got a new business together, and
Yeah.
Cajun Street Eats. So we'll be in around baseball and soccer tournaments doing food, some Cajun food at these ballparks. So, Swear and I were together with restaurants before, and so we're kind of back in that game. So, little side thing we're kicking off. So, but great guy and full of crap too, because like he said, with a last name like that, he's a winner, right?
Yeah.
So, Power's looking at 2 balls, no strikes right here. So, definitely got to take right now until the umpire call time. Power says, "No, sir, I'm here."
Staying right here.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
He likes where he feels like he's in
I
the right
like
spot, you know.
Right.
Oh my gracious!
Well, that's okay. You got to take here. So,
That ball almost hit the ground, though.
yeah,
That's one.
yeah. No, I'm not saying it was a good pitch by no means, but he's going to hit that one to the second baseman, and they're going to throw him out at first, be the first out of the inning. Ethan Blanchard stepping in now.
Come at it, first baseman, number 11, Ethan Blanchard.
Blanchard's got some pop in his bat. If we can get something swinging here.
That hit something.
That hit something for sure, and Blanchard's going to eyeball Swear as he goes down the line. Umpire's going to run with him, make sure he don't go that way, but I don't think he will.
I mean, he's definitely not hitting him on purpose there, but it's, at his head and the kids.
But I do like the glare. I do like the stare down. Cole Simpson stepping in now. Blanchard's over at first. That pitch is going to be right down the middle. Simpson's going to take for strike 1. So the take is definitely on till you get at least 1 strike here. So that was his strike. So let's see what we're going to do now. Oh, man. He's been so inconsistent with that outside pitch.
Yeah.
Strike 2. Simpson's going to hit a chopper towards short. The third baseman's going to cut it off, and they're going to get the lead runner, Blanchard, at second. Not able to turn 2 here. So, but we do have 2 outs, and top of the lineup is up now. So Peyton Morrow
at the plate, second baseman, number 3.
Playing second base now. He made a move from center field to second base when we had the pitching change.
Yeah, he's done real good at second the whole game. Ever since he switched over, he's got quite a few plays, and he's been able to make them all.
That's going to be a call, strike 1. Yeah, right now I think everybody in the stadium is just hoping he gets on some way, shape, or form to give Hudson Browning a chance to swing it.
Yeah, we need to at least score a run against Dutchtown here.
That's going to be a ball.
And that's higher than the one he called a while ago. That was low, almost bounced.
Yep. And he's going to pop this one up. That's going to be shallow right field. And he's going to make the catch. And that's going to be your ball game, folks. Dutchtown Griffins come to Johnny Ambo Park and put a big goose egg on the Spartans tonight, 7-0. And, like we talked about, though, Chet, I mean, we just could not get a break tonight. If it could go bad, it went bad for us.
We couldn't get a break, and then, the few chances that we had, we couldn't get the big hit. We had a chance to score first a couple of innings, before their 5-run third.
Yep.
And, couldn't get them in. You had to triple play in the first inning. And another leadoff batter on in a second, couldn't do nothing, and it's just but like we talked about this too. It's like when they play Santa Maria, it's a lot of people. You always know all these kids and parents,
absolutely.
and so it's a emotional game for all the kids as well. And I mean, Dutchtown held us to. You got to give credit to their pitching because for 14 innings we didn't score.
We didn't score. Spartans in a hole where playoffs is out of the question now.
Really, they're just praying for pride now.
Yeah, I mean, you just want to try to finish the season on an upswing. I mean, we got Walker next, and look, Walker's not no pushover. They're going to come and they're going to battle.
Yeah.
They're going to be a good team to play. And then Acadiana next Monday night, and they're good.
They're a good team, yeah.
They're good.
Yeah,
so,
the only home game we got left is
Thursday night.
It's Walker, the other two are away.
And I do believe that Coach Skip Creel is going to be the one calling that, and I cannot make that game. So this will be my last baseball game calling of the season. I don't know if you can fill in or not, or maybe Brownfield might fill in.
Yeah,
so,
I don't know if I can make Thursday either.
But yeah, so, this has been fun, just like we got to do the football games early, Tony Turo and I. This is such a good time for us to come out and be able to broadcast this and get it to everybody at home. And really, my big thing is for these kids to always have these videos. And that's kind of what, Coach Brownfield started doing them when our kids were playing towards the end there. So we always got those games that we can always access and go back to.
We had the video running, we just didn't have the announcing.
Didn't have the commentating and all that, but, so it's something good for the kids to always have to show their kids one day, And so that's why we like doing this and getting them out there. We're proud of all those kids, and I'm going to tell you, just because this is my last game of the season calling, I am a diehard Spartan fan. I love every one of these kids, every one of these coaches. I will support them till the day I die. What they stand for is second to none. They work very hard in every sport on this campus. What we do with administration and teachers on our campus is, look, from pep rallies to everything we do, the school pride, everything they try to, keep these kids going. Like when we were in school, we're the only ones, Everybody else has one, maybe two pep rallies a year. EA has a bunch of them, right?
Yeah, I know a lot of kids my son's age, were jealous and
absolutely,
wondering why their school didn't do some of the stuff that they got to do all year. So they get the kids really involved, and and it makes it to where you want to go to school.
I'm not gonna say any names, but there was some people that transferred over to EA mid-year, and they were at another school, and they sold their house and bought a new house, and it was in our area. And so they come to campus, and we got to meet them, my wife and I, and starting to talk to them. And, I was laughing because they're with my son in his sport. And when we had the banquet, one of the sons, his best memory of the year was moving to EA. They said, this was nothing like their other school.
Yeah.
They absolutely they fell in love here. They said it's just a sense of pride of going to school there, So that's why I do what I do for these guys, and I love the fact that they come to me and ask me to do this, for these sports. And Coach Brownfield keeps me involved. It's really a big thing for us, and now I don't have kids playing baseball or football anymore, so this keeps me involved, you know. So I really appreciate them asking me to do this. So
sounds like they're going to do some kind of
it sounds like they're going to
Miss Jody.
Do something for Miss Jody Grimion, I believe they're calling. So we're going to stay with you live here so we can
I tell you what, Dave,
bring it to you.
I've never seen anybody work any harder for a concession stand in my life.
I tell you what, Miss Jody is they broke the mold after she was made. She's already crying. So I don't know if you know, but I coached Alex back when he was 12, and
Yeah.
we went to a state championship, and that's when Dixie baseball was big.
Yeah.
Right? That's whenever, before the birth of tournament ball,
Right, right.
tongue-tied. And so, and it was a true pyramid. There was one World Series. You played till you got to one, right?
Right.
And so, let me tell you something. Anytime we traveled, she would say, "What do you need?" And I said, "I need a hotel. We need to get hotels for the team." She was on it. She got
Yeah.
it.
That's awesome.
At the end of every game, she would take all the kids' uniforms and go wash them. Like
Nice.
nobody, like she was the best team mom ever.
It looks like the seniors are
Yeah,
giving her something.
yeah.
I mean, she does a lot for those kids too, because even if
Absolutely.
they don't
I'll
have,
try. I'll try to turn this so there we go. Without
because even
breaking
if the
anything.
kids don't have money on their account, because she
Oh,
keeps a
yeah.
little account
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
or the parents didn't have money with them, or they forgot their wallet, she'll let them get
Yep.
whatever they need to eat, because it's a long day for the
Yeah,
kids. They finish
absolutely.
school, they here till the game start at 6.
Yep.
They don't get home till 9 o'clock
That's
at
right.
night, and she takes care of them,
She-
always has and always will.
She definitely does that, and all three of my boys she is taking care of at the ballparks. When I was coaching Alex, my oldest was a year old, and so like when we would get to the ballpark, she would take court, and we would never see him.
Yeah.
Same thing with Cy and Creed,
Yeah.
and so my boys.
They grew up with
They
her.
grew up in the ballparks, and that was a second mom to
Right.
them, So
Yeah.
she is a special, special woman. And I don't know what they gave her, but it looked like a tribute from the seniors. She deserves it for everything she does for all our kids. So.
Yep.
And that's the beauty of East Ascension. We've got so many people like Miss Jody who goes above and beyond
Yeah.
for our kids.
I mean, even when Alex wasn't the head coach,
Oh,
she was still
correct.
doing all
She's
this
still
stuff
here, yep.
and doing, and she don't have to do any of
No,
this.
she's retired.
I mean, she could be at home doing nothing,
That's
or
a fact.
traveling, doing whatever
That's
they
a
want.
fact.
But she makes sure during baseball season that she's here
Yep.
to, provide the best she can for
Yeah.
the fans and the kids.
And now I know it's kind of blurry down, or maybe it's just my bad eyes looking at the screen, but she's down there with Alex and her grandsons, and they're taking pictures now. So great into this night, right? Baseball game wasn't so great, but that right there, the start of it with the Stephen Richardson Memorial, and then ending with Miss Jody Grimion, just kind of caps off a night and turns it around. So I'm done for the season. So like I said, Coach Skip Creel, maybe Coach Brownfield, they'll be calling the game on Thursday night. That will be the last televised game that we do for the season. So, thank you all for listening to us and putting up with us. Thank you for listening to Chet. I know he's kind of hard to listen to sometimes, but,
go.
when you're in a bind and need help in the last minute, ain't
Here we
nobody
go.
else better to call than old Chester.
Here we go.
So, from Johnny Ambo Park, I'm Ralph DeLatte with Chet Boudreaux. We thank y'all for tuning in, and go Spartans.